you have been awoken. The elites and the people in power, they are focused on their own self-interest, their own power, their own wealth. They're not really concerned about you or me, right? So the things that really matter to us, they're not going to want to talk about, because if they talk about it, they're drawing attention to it, which is going to force them to potentially have to take action about the thing, right? So that necessarily means that the elites, and in your case, the most relevant elites of the Republicans, are going to want to talk about stuff to distract you, right? They're not going to want to talk about stuff that is really important to you, because again, they don't want you to pay attention to that, because then you're going to force them to take action about things that matter, right? So what does that mean? This is one scenario where being a contrarian is actually the way to go. Don't be a contrarian against people you disagree with in terms of, liberals or whatever. Don't worry about them, right? You probably live in a red state. Like, who cares about what they're doing in their blue cities and crime? Right? Yeah, okay, right? You're in a red state. It's safe, right? You don't have crime there. But anyway, so worry about what's happening in your neighborhood, right? In your red state. What's happening as a result of the Republicans in charge there, right? So again, let's go back. The elites are not going to want to talk about things that are important to you. So that necessarily means whatever the Republicans are talking about and right-wing influencers are talking about, especially the really wealthy right-wing influencers are talking about, don't even listen to them, right? I want you, as a woke person, to talk about something else. Whatever it is. You could talk about abortion or whatever it is, churches not having, whatever it is that's important to you. Find something, right? Find a political hobby, right? Something that's important to you that the elites are not talking about, that the Republicans are not talking about, right? That's a way to be woke, right? Because if you are identifying something independent to you, unique to you, something that you personally saw, it wasn't brought to your attention by a wealthy elite or a media person who is basically working for them, right? That's being awake, right? That's being a conservative, woke person. That's being not a sheep, right? A sheep are all the people who, the only things that they're concerned about, it just so happens that it's the exact same things that Republicans are talking about, right? If the only things that you are, all whatever, is stuff that you see a lot of Republicans talking about, you're a sheep, right? Because whatever they're talking about is stuff that they want you to focus on. They're not going to be talking about stuff they don't want you to focus on. They're not going to be talking about stuff that's really important to you. They want to distract you with nonsense. So I'm not saying what you should and shouldn't talk about, but I'm just saying, don't align yourself with what the elites are talking about, right? Don't worry about the left, don't worry about the liberals. Worry about the Republicans, right? Worry about the right-wing movement. And be an independent thinker, be woke, and look at your own life. And look at things, maybe it's healthcare, maybe it's the cost of housing, right? And you be the one, the trendsetter, setting the conversation, talking about something that you identified, not something that